Hello and welcome to another episode of Pop Health Hub, where we discuss all things population health management. I'm Bob Canals, Administrator of Business Development here at Populitics, and I'm joined in the studio with Zach Jones, Senior Sales Executive, Populitics Health Management Solutions. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
Drill down for me a little bit. What is Populitics Health Management Solutions, and really, what place do you see that in the market right now? Where do you see that place?
Yeah, so the first thing is Populitics Health Management Solutions is a kind of a program within Populitics, and it's a partnership between Populitics, Lehigh Valley Health Network, and Highmark, in which we're able to kind of go out to the market and really bring a true partnership to the employers that we already serve their members. We can administer their health plan within Populitics, and then we have more of a direct line into Lehigh Valley Health Network in terms of how we're able to facilitate the cost of care.
Yeah.
And so I think if you go in any community and you ask them, hey, healthcare is expensive, what would be your way, or how do you think you could fix it? And I think the first thing they would say is that if we could partner better with our local healthcare systems, we had some insight into what's going on and kind of how everything is operating, it would put us in a situation where we feel more comfortable. And so that's what Populitics Health Management Solutions is. Where do I see it in the marketplace? I think it has a really unique opportunity to differentiate itself outside of really anything else that there is out there, right? Most of the solutions that are out there are not and don't go down this avenue. Employers are going to be and will be excited about the opportunity where they feel like they have a direct line and a direct partnership with somebody like Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because as I sort of network and get around Lehigh Valley and listen and talk to different employer groups, they know what their current spend is at Lehigh Valley Health Network, right? I mean, that's their self-funded plan. That's obvious. It's on the Excel spreadsheet that they get on a monthly basis. And a lot of times they say, it would be great for us as an organization to be able to negotiate directly rather than sort of cut out all of these layers that exist in this old model. You talked about the fee-for-service model kind of dying and going away, but this old traditional insurance model has also been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you see? So if I'm an employer, what's my biggest advantage in that? How do I and my employees benefit from that kind of arrangement?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing is that it gives you some independence and some insight into what you're actually spending your money on in terms of your claims. But it gives you a relationship with Lehigh Valley Health Network that's really second to none. You're not going to really get that anywhere else. And what it does is when you're able to lower the cost of those claims because you're getting better care, it puts you in a situation where you're going to be able to reduce potentially your deductibles, your copay, your co-insurance, right? So you now have a better plan. One of the things I think people forget, in almost any other industry, typically the price of something indicates quality, right? So if you go to a steakhouse and you purchase a $100 steak, it's typically a better cut of meat than a $50 steak.
Yeah.
In healthcare, it's actually inverse, and most people don't understand that, right? So if you go to a facility and you get a knee surgery done and it's $100,000, and you go to a different one and it only was going to be $40,000, the reason it was $40,000 at the other one is probably because the surgeon does way more knee surgeries than the other one. They have better equipment, less operating room time, less reinfection rate, and so when you add all that stuff up, that's the case. But I think if you ask most people, they would say, well, no, the $100,000 surgery is probably a better one.
Yeah.
So they don't really know that it's typically an inverse relationship. And so when the employer is in a situation where they know they're only going to pay $40,000 for the knee surgery and it's a better quality,
right,
now they know that the delta between the other place that the folks were going to go allows them to say, hey, you know what, because you're willing to go there, we're just going to waive your deductible. You just don't have that cost.
Yeah.
And as a member, that's a big deal, right? You know, most people live paycheck to paycheck. I forget the actual percentage statistic, but you know, if you tapped them on the shoulder and said, "Hey, not only do you need to get your knee done, but you owe us $5,000.
Yeah.
Because that's your deductible." You know, I don't know a lot of people that are going to be able to just write that check and feel good about it.
Yeah, and that seems to solve for this control issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because rather than employers sending their employees to anywhere throughout the health system, and if they go here, the MRI is X. If they go here, it's $500 more or $500 less. It's just kind of all over the map.
Yep.
Where this way, they seem to gain greater control over that.